It's really dirty. It's filled with cookie dough. It's filled with butter. It's filled with pepper jelly. And it's filled with cream cheese. I really should wash this. I don't know, but you know, Thanksgiving, you're gonna have to wash a lot of stuff. So what I have to do is make do. So that's what I did. So happy Thanksgiving. Let me clean my spoon. I'm cleaning my spoon right now. Okay. Wow. This is such an amazing flavor. The only problem is the dark chocolate is too soft. It's not giving what it needs to give. This good. This good. I give it that. Okay, no more. I'm doing good. I didn't eat any sweets this morning or during Thanksgiving. Our Thanksgiving dinner, you want to know what it was? It was hot pot. It was hot pot. It was hot pot. Yeah. I don't know why, but I think every single Chinese person is don't tell me what to do. I will read the fanfic when I read it. Every single time I've great, now I lost my train of thought. Every single time we had Thanksgiving, I don't know why, but we always eat hot pot or we go to Las Vegas and eat 24-hour buffet over there. Other than that, we don't do it. Anyways, let's read. Let's read. Because, you know, you guys want me to read. Wow. Just read the fanfic. Oh my god, read it. Okay, fine, I'm reading it. God. Okay. Let's start with I did you guys make more? Cause last time we were like slowly running out, you know? We were slowly running out. So yeah. I need you guys to make more. Yeah, okay, cool. I write you this based off of your suffer and seagull attack today. Ooh, someone make one for me. Based off of my seagull attack. Thank you. Okay. This is archiveofourown.org. Okay, archive warning. No archive warning applied. This category is M/M, fandom universe, relationship, Eric Howe, Kenny Howe, and unnamed surfer. Ooh, spicy! Unnamed surfer. Okay, characters are Hao Ruizhan, Kenny, original female character, original male character. Okay, cool, I like that. Okay, cool. Published. Is that today? The 28th? No. Wait, what? It says that it was published on the 28th, but today's the 27th. Someone's math is wrong. Anyways, it's a bunch of words. Okay, there's one chapter. That fucking seagull. Bubub's _ lover. Summary. Kenny loses his phone and gets attacked by a seagull, but at least he gets a date with a nice guy, right? Damn. No, I made this based off of Kenny's tweet today. This is not beta read. Okay, cool, thank you. Kenny was back home in California for Thanksgiving. He had decided to go to the beach on his return. He asked one of his hometown friends, Jenny, to accompany him. Who's Jenny? I don't have a Jenny that's a friend. And I don't have a Jenny that's a friend that starts with a Y at the end. Okay, anyways, he was sitting on a bench eating a fruity pebble donut he bought. He was already regretting that it was tasting old, but when has that ever stopped him from eating anything? Never. The answer is never. It was already tasting old. How do you know it tasted old? Damn. How do you know it tasted old? That's not an insult to me anymore. That's an insult to the restaurant that I bought it from. Okay. Okay, I see you. You're gonna get fought by the restaurant owner. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me, Mom. Do not text me, Mama. Do not text me. Okay, anyways. Where am I? Kenny was mourning his decision before he realized he low-key looked Pinterest well. Actually, no, he looked Twitter-worthy. He also knew that his fans would eat up anything he posts, so he asked Jenny to take a picture of him. That is actually not true. I did not ask or thought that I was Pinterest-worthy or anything. My sister took the photo. That's it. My sister took it. We go to beaches and we take photos. Hold on, let me pull my hat down before it looks like I'm balding. Okay. She pulls out her phone and he poses, pretending to take a bite of the donut. He sees her eyes go wide for a quick second before she snickered at something. He's confused, but too focused on taking his picture to say anything. That is until a fucking seagull lands dead on his head. He freezes, dropping his donut from shock. What is on my head? Kenny asks Jenny, mortified. She laughs. A seagull. His over-exaggerated expression dropped immediately. His eyes slowly grew wide from genuine fear. His breathing picked up. You're lying. Please tell me you're lying. Kenny chants over and over again like it was his personal mantra. My friend was the backup dancer. She shakes her head, laughing at his reaction. His body relaxes when he feels the seagull finally fly off his head, bending down to get his donut. He doesn't care that it has been on the ground. Damn it, he spent $10 on it. I only spent $1.75. He's gonna get his money's worth. He's about to grab it. It almost in his grasp. He can see the light on the other side before the same evil-ass fucking eel steals it and takes off. He jumps up, holding his phone in one hand as he screams, throwing random curse words at him, standing right on the edge of the pier, still screaming at the seagull that long gone. Bring me back my donut, you bitch ass seagull. That was $10 whole, you bitch, you dumb. I can't say that. Just give me back my donut, he cried out, fleeing his hand, accepting defeat. Forgetting about the phone in his hand until he sees it fly out of his into the ocean. Oh, I see. His hand until he sees it fly out of his into the ocean. He falls on his knees, actually beginning to cry. Forgetting about the phone on his hand until he sees it fly out of his into the ocean. Oh, shoot. He falls to his knee, actually beginning to cry. He sags, dragging his feet, walking back over to Jenny, sobbing as he flops down next to her, laying his head on her shoulder. Fuck my stupid life, he sniffles. Jenny pats his head. It's okay, Kenny. She tries to comfort him. It's not. First, I use 10 of my dollars on a single donut. Second, it's one of the most disgusting things I ever eaten, meaning I just wasted my money. Then, a scary seagull landed on my head. Fourth, that evil creature steals my donut. Like, yeah, it was nasty, but I bought it, so I feel I had the right to eat it, you know? And then I accidentally flung my phone into the ocean. He hiccups through his word, pouting his lips, sticking his thigh together, moving them side to side. You threw your phone in the ocean, she screams, looking at him like he's crazy, flicking him on the head. You dimwit, what's wrong with you? Ow! He pouts, his tears coming out to a stop. The tears track remain, making him look rather adorable. Thank you. I do cry pretty, don't I? Wow, he pouts. His tears coming to a stop. The tears track remain, making him look rather adorable. Wait, let me take a picture of you. You look so cute. Jenny pinches his cheeks. Kenny looks up at her with a wide, flashing a soft smile as she takes the photo. I'm so sending this to Sock. Kenny shoots up whipping his eyes. What? No, I look stupid. Shaking his head, no, continually. She laughed in his face. Don't care. Sticking her tongue out at him. Okay, come on, let's go. Find your phone. She drags him down the pier. They see a suffer coming out of the water. An idea strikes Kenny. He pulls up his pants, jogging towards him. Hey, excuse me? The man looks at him, raising an eyebrow. Yeah? He asks, flashing a smile. It stuns Kenny a bit. Damn, he has such a pretty smile. Kenny really didn't think much when he saw him. He was your typical white guy. Wait, how do you guys know he's white? Buff, but not overly so. Tan, but still light. He was like 5'6" and had green eyes. But no, he's not 5'6". I think he was taller than me. But that smile, that sort of shine to that just attracted him. Kenny blushed, smiling. I was wondering if you could help me find my phone. I lost it in the ocean. Looking down at him, giving him his best puppy look. He sees the guy eye him up, giving him a small grin, biting his lip. It's kind of gross, but he knows from personal experience, it's just how white guys flirt. Yeah, sure. Kenny tells him what kind it is before he heads back out to the sea. Kenny turns around to look at Jenny, his eyes wide, nodding his head, biting his lip while smiling, signaling to her that he was cute. How do you signal to someone that someone's cute? You go. That's how you, I don't know how you signal. Wait, how do you signal? Or do you go like that? Okay. Oh, you want to do a nail check? Nathan's cousin did my nail. I also got a pedicure too. It was quite cute. But I'm not showing you my feet. That's disgusting. Why would I show you my feet? Okay. Moving on. Yeah, sure. Okay. It only takes around a minute for a guy to come back out with his phone. He mouths at Jenny to record this. Waddling towards him, they meet in the middle. The guy hands him his phone, and their hands brush. Kenny flushes, smiling meekly, his heart floundering in his chest. Thanks, he giggles, fluttering his eyelashes. Yeah, of course, no problem. He grabs his shoulder, squeezing gently, looking up at him with his own smile. Kenny stays there for a few seconds, trying to hype himself up to ask him out, and he can tell the guy is waiting for that as well. Kenny chickens out, telling him thank you again before running to his friend. You're pathetic, she says, deadpan disappointed. He can't even be hurt. He's disappointed in himself as well. In my defense, a pretty boy was looking up with such a charming smile. I couldn't compute. Shaking his head at his own antics, walking away with her arms interlinked. It had been 3 hours since Kenny's impromptu beach trip. He went back home for a little bit, texted his friend, and updated his fan about how he was attacked. He winds up walking to the local coffee shop. He orders himself a Earl Grey latte. Lavender Earl Grey latte. Lavender Earl Grey latte. Why not a matcha latte? Like a lavender matcha latte. Speaking of which, I went to Seven Brew the other day with Nathan in the morning. And, we're getting our coffee. He's getting his Americano. I wanted a matcha latte. And then they asked what flavor. I was like, what flavor do you have? She goes, there's a lot. And I was like, I guess lavender. And she says, we do have that. And then she puts it in. But here's the sad part. When I get my drink, I didn't drink it because it was really hot. So, and then we drove away, and then I found out that my drink was not a matcha latte. It was a very, very sugary coffee drink. Did not taste like lavender at all either. Wasted money. Anyways. Wanting to try something new. You know what? I do try something new. I give you that. He's on his laptop doing his Korean homework when he spots him, the same guy before, the handsome surfer. It's fate, he decided, hyping himself up internally to go talk to the guy. He exhales unsteadily himself before walking over. Hey, he says, tapping on the guy's shoulder. The guy turns to face him, lighting up in recognition. Hey, he says, pointing at him, smiling. I'm Kenny. We met earlier at the beach. You saved my phone. A breathy laugh escapes him as he explains what he's sure the guy already remembers. I'm Mike. Nice to see you again, Kenny. Mike, Kenny says in his head, making sure to remember. It's basic, but it suits him. Kenny likes the sound of the name coming out of the surfer. No shit. Wait, what? Kenny likes the sound of his name coming out of the surfer's no shit. Mike's mouth. Oh, no, it took me a while to understand. Okay, cool. I was nervous to ask earlier, but do you want to go on a date with me? His nerves floating away when he asked. Who's he? Is it me? He's used to this being the one. Okay, I think this is an error on this. He's used to being the one to ask. It was just nerve-wracking to think about it. The guy beams. Yes, oh my god, I would love to. I've been kind of thinking about you all day. I thought maybe you liked me. But then you didn't say anything, and I thought I was crazy. It's great to know you also liked what you saw. Mike giggled, flashing him a little charming smile again. Trust me, I did. Can I get your number so we can make plans? Kenny asked, holding his phone. Mike grabs it, putting his number in before pulling out is the correct grammar. Before pulling out his own to text himself from Kenny's phone, so Kenny's number is also in his. Great, I'll text you, Kenny smiles, walking away. Kenny had texted Mike and made plans to eat sushi at a sushi restaurant at 6. He arrives at the restaurant at 5:49, wearing his favorite black jeans and white t-shirt with a black button-up that he left unbuttoned over the top. Is it this one? Damn. He arrives at the restaurant. Okay. He checks in, sitting down, waiting for Mike to show up. And he does 15 minutes late. Hi. Kenny waves him over. He waves back, jogging over. Sorry I was late. I had to drop off my little sister at her friend's house. You have a sister? Yeah, she's 13. What about you? Yeah, I do too. She's older than me though. Cool. So, what are you? Kenny flinches, eyes blowing wide. What do you mean? He asks slowly, not wanting to believe what he just heard. What kind of Asian are you? Kenny's mouth falls open. Fuck. Why does this happen to him? His first date in a year, and it's with a racist. Chinese. I'm Chinese, Kenny says, irritated, rolling his eyes. Oh, Mike grimaces. Not my type of Asian. I prefer Koreans. Kenny can sense the microaggression undertone. Kenny sighs, already planning his escape. It's okay, cause you're cute. I'll lower my standards. Damn, why do you guys gotta make him feel like that? He was so nice. Whoa, why do you gotta do that? Damn, why you gotta write it like that? Okay. Kenny scoffs. He can't believe his ear. Hell, lower his standard? What standards? He's a white guy. He could go outside and find five more carbon copies of it. I hope that the person writing this is also white. But this took a turn. Okay. He's too pathetic to be talking about any kind of standard. The guy can't even hear him scoffing, too busy talking about himself, and he's some kind of rising entrepreneur. How he donates to different animal shelters. When the waiter comes, Mike decided to talk her ear off instead, giving him enough time to text Jenny to come up with some kind of excuse to save him. The waiter turns to him just as he puts his phone back in his pocket. He can see how agitated she is, not sure how he didn't cause for some reason. He's still talking. Oh wait, he did. It's cause he's a self-centered racist prick. Oh my god. Oh my god. He gives the girl a sympathetic, understanding nod. She in turn gives him one back. The food had come out, and Kenny's patient was wearing thin. He slumps in his seat, scrolling on his phone, tuning Mike all the way out. To no one's surprise, he doesn't even notice Jenny until Jenny bursts into the restaurant, fake tears rolling down her eyes. She walks over to him, falling to her knees beside him. Kenny, it's your grandma. She died. He sobs out. Oh, she sobs out. It says he, but it's actually she, I think. Kenny thinks this is majorly overdramatic, but he's grateful nonetheless. What happened playing along? She had a heart attack. Your parents are in the hospital. They asked me to come get you. Kenny, let's drag him out. Let's her drag him out. He gives a nod as a way to say sorry, even though he's truly not. The guy texts him when he's in the car, asking him why he left when she's already died. She already died. He blocked him immediately. I'm not ever asking another man on a date unless it's my yobo, Kenny states firmly. Jenny laughs. Yeah, that seems like it's for the best, knowing he's not lying. He pulls out his phone. He hasn't texted Sok all day, actually wondering what he's doing. The end. I wrote this for fun in like 3 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is why you don't date white guys. I thought this was supposed to be cute. See, I was gonna say, oh, this is great writing, like in the middle of it, but towards the end, I was like, never mind. I was like, oh my god, this person can be an author, actually. Because, like, who says, oh wow, a name that suits him? That's cool. But then it took an odd turn, so I don't know. They didn't know how to finish. Clearly didn't know how to finish. You know what? It's in 3 hours. I don't... Yeah, I get it. Damn. Okay. Let's read the next one. I again beg of thee to read this. It's Kinstuck Fluff with Kiss. Oh my god, a kiss! Quiet kisses. Alter egotistical. Summary. Sok is feeling confused and anxious about his feelings towards Kenny. He soon realizes he has nothing to worry about. He does have nothing to worry about. I'm his and his only. I'm so excited. Note, my friend just called it gay and posted when I asked for his help on a title. Minor edits made for formatting after I realized that my formatting didn't transfer over. It looks like a hideous wall of text. Okay, cool. Sok was confused, to say the least. Kenny was always so clingy to him, constantly calls him boyfriend, a title he come to understand as being only for the significant other. He initially chalked it up to Kenny being from America. Maybe they used the word differently there. But when Nathan joined the group, his perspective on it shifted. Kenny called Nathan his son. So that's a proper term of endearment? If so, why did Kenny call him his boyfriend? He wanted to ask Kenny about it, but had no clue how to. Would Kenny think he is weird for thinking something of it? He had no clue if Kenny was even into guys. Would that weird him out to hear Sok insinuate that he does? He felt his head spin slightly as he pondered, because what if Kenny did mean something romantic by it? Would Sok be ready to hear that right now? After all, his whole life, he hadn't known that liking a guy was an option. He felt the culture shock when he heard one of the staff members talking about her girlfriend. He since heard about it was with the help of Michelle. At one point, he brought it up when they were talking about it one day, and she explained it to him, calling in Hyuk after she realized they both needed a bit of culture brush up. Kenny was not invited to the meeting, so he didn't know his stance on it. He assumed it was good. He grew up in California after all, LA at that. He knew from videos he had seen that they were less conservative than South Korea about this stuff. He shook his head, trying to brush thoughts away. He should stop overthinking this. He wasn't sure how to bring this up to Kenny though. His English isn't great, not horrible. And Kenny's Korean is frankly horrible. Whoa! Kenny's Korean is frankly horrible. He felt himself chuckle as he thought of all the times Kenny tried to say something in Korean. He find it endearing, even though he's struggling to understand the others. So dropping a subtle question was out of the picture. He would have to be direct. Almost as if fate, he heard the door open to his room, and Kenny walks in. Kenny, ever the drama queen, as he had heard Nathan describe him as. Once he learned what it meant, he could do nothing but agree. Flop onto his bed with a heavy sigh. What is wrong? Kenny rolled over to be on his back, looking at the ceiling before looking dead in Sok's eyes. His lips formed a slight pout as he closed his eyes before speaking. Too much dancing, tired, Kenny said, slightly pausing between each word as he tried to remember how to say it. Too tired to properly use his brain in a foreign language. He rolled over onto his side, moving his arm to rest on the odd position under his head. Sok had long since given up trying to understand why Kenny likes sitting and laying down the way he does. He felt himself slightly giggling at the younger hand slightly brushing against his lips as he did so. Kenny glared at him for a moment before his gaze softened, a small smile spreading upon his face. You're so cute, boyfriend. Sok felt his heart beat a little faster when he heard him say that. Did he mean by it? What did he mean by it? Why did he make him feel this way? Is it bad he is feeling? What is he even feeling? He might need to talk to Michelle about it, though it would really be better if Kenny asked first. To ask Kenny first. He didn't want to get people involved if they don't need to. Sok, you okay? He heard Kenny say, only then realizing that Kenny had moved over to his bed, slightly waving his head and hand in front of his face. He blinked softly, feeling his thoughts race, but in a jumbled mess where he couldn't even make out what was what. Yeah, I'm okay. He tried to sound fine, hoping Kenny wouldn't chalk it up to his English not being great, but Kenny knew better than that. He watched the other frown slightly as he moved to Sok's hand, holding it slightly, rubbing his thumb on his knuckles. He looked at him with the stupidly gorgeous eyes that made Sok question everything he ever known before speaking again. No, you are not. What's wrong? Sok felt touched that Kenny was worried about him, but also seriously did not want now to be the time he talks about it. Not until he fully thought through what to say and how to express what he was feeling. He stared at Kenny, slightly worried, furrowing at his brows, eyes looking at him desperately as if begging him to read his mind and tell him what to say. He felt a small touch against his forehead. only briefly noticing it was Kenny's other hand before he felt his heart leap into his throat as Kenny lightly brushed his cheeks. Kenny was always so touchy-feely with him. Now, why was it making him so flustered? Are you feeling well? You feel a little warm, Sok. He felt himself slightly nod, letting out a shaky sigh before opening his mouth to try to speak. His words felt lodged. His throat, mouth feeling entirely too sticky for this liking. Yes, just a lot of thinking. He finally managed to get out, watching Kenny slightly sigh of relief before his brows furrowed a little as he progressed the words that Sok was saying. Anxiety thinking. Need me to get Michelle? Kenny asked, slightly moving his body away from Sok, still holding... Wait, am I on the bed with him? Am I on the bed with him? I'm confused. I don't know. Let's just assume that I'm on the bed with him. Yeah. Okay, cool. No need. I need to speak to you on it. Sok managed to stutter out, trying to find the right words in English to express to Kenny. He noticed that Kenny's brows never really unfurled and starts to wonder if Kenny even wants to talk to him about stuff like that. He felt his heart rate quicken as a wave of nausea fell over him, hoping that Kenny wouldn't be put off by Sok's request. He wanted to take back his words so badly, but Kenny was already scooting in closer to listen, slowly caressing his knuckles with his thumb once again. How do you do that? Like this? That feels oddly, like this doesn't feel right. Are you sure? This is weird. That would feel like it hurts. And he doesn't really lotion his hands, so you know it's gonna be quite frictiony. That's not romantic. That's not romantic. What's wrong? Did I accept you? Kenny asked quietly, watching as Sok shook his head once more. No, I have a question. Okay, good, sure. What's up? Sok had to take a deep breath before speaking again. Why do you call me boyfriend? And only me. Apparently, it was Kenny's turn to freeze up. Sok, watching his eyes widen slightly, feeling his thumbs stall on his hands. If he knew any better, he would guess that he is fluttered by the question. Sok, He watched as Kenny slightly trailed off, his eyes wandering around the room as if looking for an escape. Oh no, he had made him uncomfortable. He knew he shouldn't have asked such a stupid question. Kenny probably hates him now. He was interrupted from his thoughts by Kenny slightly clearing his throat and opening his mouth to speak. Okay, so I wasn't going to tell you this for a while. Probably never, actually. He watched as Kenny took a deep breath, seeing him slip into a more informal English as he got nervous. He found it a little endearing, even though it meant he had trouble understanding him. Sok, I like you, more than a friend. Ever since I met you, I knew, honestly. Sok felt his heart stop for a second when he finally perceived what Kenny said. Kenny. He sat there staring at him, unsure how to fully respond, watching Kenny's face slowly twist in fear of a rejection as he started to ramble on. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to ruin our friendship. I'm so happy to be your friend, and I didn't want to mess it all up. And I know I was stupid, and you probably hate me and want to find a new roommate and kick me out of the group, and... Sok moved over to the rambling boy, only to catch bits and pieces of what he was saying with the sheer speed of words stumbling out of his mouth. The other spoke. As the other spoke, it slowly dawned onto him that he definitely liked Kenny, as he would put it. He put his free hand on the other cheek, slowly watching as Kenny breathes, hitched for a second following. He softly giggled before moving in a little closer and speaking. Kenny, I now understand why I feel weird around you. I like you too. It felt like time stopped between the two of them when Kenny pulled him into a hug, toppling on top of him as they fell back onto the pillow. Sok looked up to see the other face a few inches above his, hair falling gently over his head. Sok, you so pretty, he heard Kenny say. Feels his heart leaping at it, being being in his native tongue. Kiss? Sok said softly as he lightly wrapped his arm around the back of his neck. Almost like he was in a trance, he barely heard Kenny very affirmative yes before he felt their lips collide. It was soft and gentle, their lips lightly touching as they relaxed into each other's embrace. He felt Kenny smile slightly against him as they parted, feeling butterflies in his stomach as if he was a schoolgirl. He gently smiled back before slightly pulling Kenny back to kiss him again. Wow, I thought it was just going to be one kiss. There's going to be more kisses. Whoa. Well, this is a story time to remember. This time with more confidence in his action. When they parted, he watched as Kenny fell to his side, staring into his eyes with a softness that he'd never seen before from the boy. He felt Kenny slowly put his arms around his waist, pulling Sok closer in, until their lips almost met. They lay there, soft breaths being the only thing they heard in the room as the light dimmed in the setting sun. Wait, what? They didn't even turn on the lights? Okay. Sok let himself curl into the younger, his head resting lightly against his chest, the soft beating of his heart relaxing him further. Hey Sok, you awake? He slightly hummed against him, not wanting to move much where he was. It was comfortable after all. I love you. I'm glad you feel the same because honestly I don't know how much longer I could have lived without this. Kenny felt the other squeeze him tighter before a quiet I love you too was whispered right into his heart. It was barely audible to the naked ear, but Kenny, it was the loudest thing in the room. He slowly snaked his arm around the other. What's the other? Is there another person in the bed? The other. He started to doze off in the other's embrace. And if an hour or so later, Hyuk came in to see them entangled when trying to figure out where they were off to after dinner, just to happen to take a photo of them too. Well, that's nobody's business but him. His. The end. Okay, let's read the next one. But first, ice cream break. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Clearly not that. I love this. Hold on. Let me fix my hat. I'm balding. Oh my god. Okay. Let me finish my yogurt. Or my ice cream. There's something in the first fanfic that I was reading that reminded me of a story that I wanted to tell, but I forgot. I don't remember. Anyways. Oh, I did watch Stranger Things. I like it. I'm so ready. I'm so ready to see what it has to offer. I love it. It's so fun. It's so fun. Oh. You want me to read another story? Guys, I wanted to eat some of my charcuterie board. Guys, we made too much food in my family. Way too much food. Also, I'm trying to be friends with my friend again. As in, texting him. Because I want to play League. And I'm not good at it. And, he won't respond to my text. Oh my god, he's so busy. He's so busy. He has a job. He has a job. A job. I have a job. I'm so busy. Whatever. I was like, okay, cool, and I'm unemployed. What you gonna do about it? I was like, you have to work during break. Wow, crazy. Anyways, here's my little quiche. Guys, look at my quiche. Let me see. Is boyfriend gonna call me? Is he gonna respond to my text? Hold on. Boyfriend. He didn't even respond to my text. He didn't even look at my text. How much money do you want to bet that my hubby is not gonna respond to me? Oh, I'm gonna call him, to tell him that I'm reading fanfics. Anyways, look at this. Oh. My boyfriend isn't gonna call. How rude. Why doesn't he want to call? Why doesn't he love me? Why doesn't he love me? Wow. Well then. Okay, let me see who else I can call up. Wait, where's Prince? Let me call up Prince. Oh! My friend was okay, this is the story that I wanted to tell. You guys know the Cat's Eye had a tour, right? And then you guys know that there was a part in Gabriella where they all had to lift up their dress, and then Manon got smacked in the face. Dude, the person that smacked her in the face was my friend. Oh, Manon. Right? Is it Manon? Manon? Yeah, Manon, right? I was like, oh my god, poor Manon or Mono. And I was like, no, Mono, no, oh my god, please, please don't. And then I looked again at the video and I was like, wait, I know both of those people. I was like, that's my friend. So I texted her. I was like, oh my god, did you accidentally hit her? And she was like, it was an accident, my bad. Yeah. She apologizes, guys. She apologizes. But she's having such a great time. I'm so glad to see her improving her career to like where she's doing not just dance covers, but now like dancing on stage with such big stars. I'm so excited. Mm, 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 mm. What's Prince's number? Okay. Do you think he will pick up? I don't think he would. I feel like Korea time, he's busy because he's working. Behind you. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom. I burped. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, boom. Boom, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. He's probably not gonna respond. Should I call Nathan? Should I bother him? Oh my god, I should bother him, shouldn't I? Let me see right now. It's 2. They should be up. Nathan! Oh. Oh shit. Wait, who this? Oh my god, wait. Wait. My bad. No, no, no. I was gonna say happy Thanksgiving to Nathan, but no, no, this works too. Happy Thanksgiving, Date. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm on live right now. What you doing? What you doing? Oh, you at the gym? Okay. Do you want me to tell people that you're not on a speaker just now? You're not on a speaker. Alexa's at the gym, guys. Whoops. You were the most recent call besides Nathan on my cacao. I know, I know. I don't call a lot of people, don't I? I need new friends. I need new friends. Okay, well have fun at the gym. Okay. See ya. Oh my god, bye. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, bye. That's awkward. That's not Nathan. That was Alexa. You know what? They're from the same middle of nowhere. I get it. You know, I get it. I get why I'm confused. Where's Nathan? Bum 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 ba dum bum bum. Bum ba dum bum ba dum bum bum. And after this, we'll go into what is it called? Nathan. Hi, I'm on live right now.
Oh,
Happy Thanksgiving. Did you get drunk yesterday?
happy Thanksgiving. No.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good. How about you?
It was good.
Oh, it was? You're not done? You're already done?
Huh?
You're already done with
Oh, yeah,
Thanksgiving?
it's like 12 a.m.
Oh shoot, really? What are you doing now?
I'm with my family right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's Christy's bag right there. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Christy? Thank you for my nails, girl.
Oh, she's not here, but she left her bag.
Oh, she left her bag, but she's not here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's cute. Okay, well, I guess I'll talk to you soon then.
Oh, okay, I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you this weekend. Or not this weekend.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, I'll see you this weekend.
Yeah, I'll see you this
bye.
weekend. Yeah, bye. Bye.
Have fun, take care.
Bye. Yeah, you too. I'm upset. Why is everyone responding except for my boyfriend? Call Aito. Do you think he will pick up? Wait, I know who to call. I'm just going through my recently list on my Korean phone. I haven't called Aito on my Korean phone. I've only called him on my American phone. What's up? What's up, dude? Happy Thanksgiving. You're on speaker and you're on live. I scared him. He busy. But also I scared him. Okay. No more. Let me moisten my throat and we'll get to the next part. Let's read another fanfic. Fanfic. New Start 1 by K1D Stan. It's move-in day for all college freshmen in a small college town. Something everyone's looking forward to after graduating high school because it's a new chapter of life full of new experiences and people. Though for some going to college, it was just a burden as high school was. That's how it was for Kenny. He didn't want to go straight working into working a job because school sucks and another 4 years sounds like hell. Graduating high school just to be forced right back into more endless hours of studying and being trapped in a small dorm room with someone he doesn't know is torture. His parents had to practically force him and bribe him to go to college. They will pay for all of his tuition and even a car to get him around a small town and home on the weekends and holidays. His last bargain was that he got to pick the major. His parents originally wanted him to go for law or business, but he only go if he got to do graphic design and art as his major. With a few arguments and begging his parents to give in and let him pick that as his major, a little relieved as he was doing something he enjoyed, Kenny tried to look at the positive things as he lunged a few boxes up the stairs to his new dorm room. Looking at the positives as proving a little difficult, as well as the staircase was definitely close to 1,000,000 degrees. And why were there so many stairs? Finally reaching his floor and kicking open the door, the AC hit his face. He let out a relieved sigh before heading to his room. Kenny walked looking down at his piece of paper he received from his RA, that his dorm number and room code on it. He looked up and realized he definitely passed room 718. So he turned, and just as he thought he did, he finally found his dorm. Glancing at his paper and the keypad on the door, he slowly typed the number into the key and typed the numbers in, then granting him access to the room. The door clicked open with a small beep. He walked into the dim room, the only light coming from the small window in between the two beds. His roommate hasn't arrived yet, so it was his choice. He would want to be stuck on the left or the right side for 9 months. That's enough for a baby. He'd really rather be in his bedroom right now, but clearly that wasn't an option. So feeling different, he went with the left side. He placed his boxes on the slightly raised bed and looked around. The place looked sad, all white walls with some obvious paint marks trying to cover up marks from the previous students. The old desk looking like they were from the 50s, and the bathroom was no bigger than a 2x2 box. 2x2 box. Why did he let his parents convince him to do into this? As he walked out of the bathroom, his mom reached the room with the rest of the boxes. She placed them on the bed, switching on the light. She looked a lot happier to be here than Kenny, who's still sulking in his bed doorway. His mom pushed up the blinds, letting the sun in, more like just illuminating the dust over everything. "This is nice, isn't it?" she said, looking around, placing her hands on her hips. "Sure." Kenny's voice was monotone as he walked back over to his bed, leaning onto it. "Oh, don't be like this. You'll have a great year." She rubbed his back. "I'm sure you're working it all up in your head." "I don't think I will." Kenny shrugged his shoulder before turning around to start unpacking his boxes. His mom rolled her eyes at her son, who was being very dramatic about the situation. Kenny packed pretty light. Only a few decorations, like string lights, 2 posters, a dark blue bed set his mom bought him, and school supplies. That was all besides a suitcase of clothes and his backpack. It didn't take long to empty the boxes and set his things up. The room was starting to feel like less mental hospital, like as he put up the posters and lights while his mom made the bed. As they finished up, it was time for Kenny's mom to leave. She had a bit of drive home, so Kenny hugged her and hugged his mom goodbye, and just like that, he was all alone. The feeling was weird. He was basically had free reign to do whatever he wanted, while also still having their building rooms rules in place. It basically felt like a glorified prison. Curfew at 10 p.m., 11 p.m. on weekdays or weekends. There were visiting hours, but no overnight guests. Apparently, they have a 24-hour surveillance and security guard at the desk taking student IDs whenever someone enters the dorm room or dorm building. Basically, a glorified prison. Kenny flopped onto his bed with a loud sigh and pulled out his phone. Not like he had anything to do on it. Besides doom scrolling on the TikTok, he hadn't talked to any of his friends from high school since the beginning of summer because being forced to be in the same building was really the only thing holding the friendship together. He threw his phone down next to himself, and after a few seconds, God, he really needs to make friends. Spending a whole school year like this would be torture. Kenny prayed his roommate was normal and not like the ones you hear in the dorm horror stories where they leave their stuff everywhere and steal or just don't ever shower. A dirty and smelly roommate would be Kenny's 13 reason, he decided. People are worried about things being awkward with someone they don't know, but not for Kenny. Even though he considered himself an introvert, he can hold a conversation pretty well without letting it fizzle out and get awkward. It's something he's been good at since he was young. Being the only child really forced him out of his shell to talk to people and make friends since he had nobody at home besides his parent who basically work all the time. Damn, excuse you. Hopefully his roommate was the same way as him. After a while, Kenny decided to unpack his suitcase because lying on his back all afternoon sulking wasn't going to do anything for him. So he decided to at least do something productive, maybe sulk later. He lazily got off his bed and bent down to lift his suitcase onto his bed. It wasn't too heavy, but he didn't have too many clothes, just enough for him to get to Christmas break when he goes back to home. Unzipping the suitcase now, he opened it and took his clothes, taking them into a small pile, placing them into the drawer below his bed. There was just enough room for all of them. When he was done, he remembered he had to put some of his anime figures at the bottom of the suitcase for decoration, and luckily there was a small shelf on the wall above his bed. Taking 3 figurines he bought with him, Kenny knelt on his bed to put them on the shelf. It looked like the shelf was being held up by a few screws and a prayer, so he prayed this wouldn't collapse onto his head, and while he was asleep at night. There's a bug. With his luck, though, it probably would. Figurines were all set up on the shelf now, and Kenny shut the suitcase, shoving it into a small closet that was in the dorm. He walked back over to his bed, his stomach growling. He remembered he's responsible for feeding himself now and couldn't rely on his parents' cooking anymore. With that thought, he rolled his eyes and collapsed onto the bed. This adulting thing was really stressful. With absolutely no motive at all, he held there thinking about how he has to go to the store and pick up food he can make in the dorm room. There was a lot of ramen and microwavable mac and cheese in the foreseeable future. As he lay there sulking in hunger, the door beeped open. Kenny sat up, being pulled from his thoughts as his roommate entered the room. He came in, dragging a suitcase holding one box, balancing another on top of it, struggling to keep it from falling. Kenny saw this and got up to help him take the top box from him. Thank you, his roommate said happily. Ooh, I wonder who it is. I wonder who it is. Ooh, I wonder who it is. I wonder who it is. Thank you, his roommate said happily. It's no problem. Kenny placed the box onto his roommate's bed. I'm Kenny, he added, facing his roommate now. I'm Nathan. Oh. I don't want it to be Nathan. Why would I sleep with Nathan? I'm Nathan, he said, introducing himself now. You kind of have an accent. Where are you from? Kenny asked, sitting on his own bed now. Arkansas, Nathan said, sitting on his bare bed. Oh, wow. That's like far. What made you come to California? I don't actually know. Something different, and I heard the dance program here is really good. Oh, cool. You dance? Yeah, I've since maybe I was 14. You've reached the end of the published part. Okay, cool. Well, that was unfortunate. I didn't want Nathan. I didn't want Nathan. There's a short one. I missed you, Anonymous. Kenny comes home from America. Sok misses him. Okay, this is a small one. This one is small, okay. Kenny had arrived back in Korea shortly before Sok's schedule had finished for the day. Kenny used this opportunity to try and take a quick nap. He let his eyes fall closed behind him before he heard a quiet knock on the door. Kenny? Sok waddled into the shared room, sitting onto the bed next to Kenny. Kenny was laying down, half asleep, his eyes fluttered open, and he smiled when he turned to and saw Sok sitting up to wrap his arms around him. Sok smiled as he leaned his head on Kenny's cheeks, turning to face him fully. Their legs were atop each other, pulling each other closer. I missed you, Sok whispered, pressing a small kiss on Kenny's shoulder. Kenny giggled, giggling back and forth with Sok still in his arms. He eventually pulled away, smiling largely at his hyung. How was your flight? Sok wrapped his finger around Kenny, rubbing his thumb gently across the back of his hand. So tiring. Nathan wouldn't stop snoring next to me. So true. Kenny complained, letting out a loud, dramatic sigh. Sok giggled at him before sighing. Kenny's eyes shifted, tilting his head slightly like a curious puppy. What are you thinking about? He let go of Sok's hand, resting both of his own in his lap. Just thinking about how much I missed you, Sok mumbled, his cheeks turning a light pink. Kenny giggled before tackling Sok, pepper kissing all over his face. I'm here now, Yobo. You don't have to miss me anymore. Sok panicked as he tackled before laughing loudly, grabbing Kenny by the sides to tickle him. Kenny burst out in laughter, falling off of Sok, squirming around on the bed. He ran out of breath, pushing lightly on Sok's arm to get him to stop. Sok took the hint, pulling his arms away. Sorry. Sok smiled before laying down on the bed next to Kenny, pulling him close to him. Nap time? Nap time? Nap time? Sok asked. Nap time, Kenny agreed, laying against Sok's chest before they drifted off to sleep. That was good. That was really good. That was real good. That was real good. That was real good. This is generally my favorite Bubbles fiction I've ever read. You have to read it. Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome. Oh, it's so long. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Rage Baiter. Where? Whoa. Where is it? Let me find it. There is this Rage Baiter. Where? Let me find. Who's the bot? Oh, who is it? Who is it? Where is it? Hold on. Where? How far back? Okay. Where? I can't find it. How do I block this person? Where is it? Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. They just type where? Okay. Wait. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Block. Report. We did it. We blocked them. Hate speech. Oh. Bullying harassment. I've been bullied and harassed. Yeah. Ooh. Blocked. Bum. You're insecure. Blocked. Yeah. That was good. Yeah, we blocked him. Well, I don't know what to do now. Oh, have you guys seen that video? It's this person that does and he's like in the Spider-Man suit, but the Spider-Man suit is like half ripped somewhere. And he's like, pepper yummy. Ice cream, I don't know. Who is that? Yeah. He's like, pepper yummy? Pepper ill? Oh, pepper yummy. Pepper ill. Pepper yummy. Pepper ill. That's funny. Should I read another fanfic? I don't know. I'm gonna eat my strudel. Or my turnover. You see this? It smells so good too. It smells like, a baked good. Hold on, let me just. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm. I did so good. I did so good. Whoever is gonna settle me down, gonna put a ring on me, is gonna be so happy. Guys, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I don't even want just one house. If you want to wife me down, bro, we gotta have a house in Arkansas, specifically next to Nathan's house. We gotta have a house in Ohio. Also, a house in Virginia Beach. Mainly because I want to go to the beach during the off season. And then I want a beach house in Newport. And then you have to at least make 1 million a year. No ifs, no buts. At least 1 million. So I can travel and live my trophy wife fantasy as Nara Smith. But dude, I don't know how Nara Smith does it. Oh, I was also thinking about baby names that I would name my child. This is assuming that we're gonna be taking my last name. Oh my god, you guys are so not ready. So, if it's a boy, I would like to name it Wen, spelled W-E-N, When, Where, like where, how, H-A-O. When, where, how. Yeah, I know, right? No, you see it. And if they are a girl, I would like to name it something that holds very dear and close to my heart. Honda Civic How. Honda Civic. That's their last name. Honda Civic. You see my vision? You see my vision? And also, if we have a child and we have to give them a Korean name and like an English name, like they're Asian, right? Then we'll give them a name. This is the name. So Moon Beam How. Moonbeam How. No, you know what? Moonbeam would be the Korean name because it's a moonbeam. And then ice cream would be their middle name. The last name is How. And then if for short, they would be called Moon. Mm-hmm. You see my vision? Moonbeam How. Moonbeam ice cream How. Such a pretty name. Also, I just think Adidas Samba is a great name too to give. Adidas Samba How. Mainly because I love Adidas' Sambas. Ooh, also, I really like food, right? So another name that I would give them is Onyx, BB, How. The two restaurants that I generally enjoyed when we were traveling, touring around the US, which is Onyx, which is the coffee place, and then BB Bop, which is the Korean BB Bop. I'm not frozen. I was just staying still. I was just lost in thought. I was just, because there's 30 children that I'll probably be having by the end of 2027. So I burped again. Excuse me. I need to start, getting these names out. Yeah. So someone, start telling me what to name my children because I'm running out of things to say. Yeah. I'm also thinking about naming one of my child Strudel. Because why not? And then I'll name one of my kids Chris. Chris Howe. Solely for the fact that, if I was to be mad at him, I'll play the song, the theme song of Everyone Hates Chris. Everybody hates Chris. That's what I'll do. Yeah. I'm eating my turnover that I made with my sister. I'm also excited to try this dragon fruit. It's grown in the back of our garden. Oh my god, someone said Ni Hao. Dude, I should name my child Ni. And then the last name is Hao. Oh. Wow. It reminds me of how I love my dragon fruits. The taste of nothing. Do you taste that? It tastes like nothing. Dude, I don't understand why people eat this. If you're allergic to dragon fruit, don't worry, you're not missing out on anything. It doesn't even taste sweet. You must be wondering, oh, why are you eating it then? I don't know. It just looks so pretty. But I'm so disappointed after every single time I eat it.
I feel like this is like what you expect a plant to taste like. Like nothing. It's like you're eating like the stem of a plant. Like a flower. You're like, oh my god, you taste that? It tastes like nothing. Like the guts of plants. Yeah. Guys, make sure to have really good names for my child. But I'm really feeling the name when, where, how. I need to name my child that. Heidi, how? I know how. Oh my god, wait, that's funny. Guys, I need more puns to my names. That's so funny. Oh my god, if we go to Korea and we have like Korean names, oh my god, I can't wait to do like really funny like how names. Like how ya do. How ya do. How ya do. Or how are you? Oh my god, my child's gonna be bullied. They're gonna have such a terrible time. I have a friend. Her name is Faith. Her middle name is Lee. Her last name, wait, no. No, her name is Faith Lee. Her middle name is Full. So, if you put it together, it's Faithful Lee. That was so funny. I loved it. That's good. That's good. Well, I'm done. I'm done. You can look at this cookie. I'm not going to eat it anymore. I made a lot. I made about 40 cookies, so I'll be sharing that with all my friends when I see them. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. We'll read another fanfic, but right now I really just want to watch Stranger Things. Like, I really do. And I think you guys should watch too. So, pieces. Allegedly, Aito's also going live today, but I just don't know when. So, bye. Bye. Ooh, no, my. Ooh. Okay, bye.